Hello guys, welcome to the Fire Brothers channel, the only Transformers related channel that officially does not condone slavery. I'm not saying that Diamond Ball and the Raging Nation do, but they haven't gone out the way to, say that they don't, so officially I'm the first one. Oh yeah. That better give me some oppression points. Anyways, so today I have a different theory for you guys. Well, it's more of an explain actually as to why Megatron is actually far stronger than we think. In the first movie, Megatron was a powerhouse. He was, the apex predator. In Revenge of the Fallen, he was, a little weakened because he was damaged. He had to be rebuilt, and the Decepticons at the time didn't have a lot of, materials to rebuild him with. And in Transformers Dark of the Moon, he was so injured from the fight from the second movie that he was basically nothing at this point. Then Age of Extinction Galvatron was he was there. And then we got the last Night Megatron. And I gotta admit, the first time I saw this Megatron, I was like, guys, I feel like this is the Megatron we've been waiting for. I feel like this Megatron is the Megatron that's gonna take over the world. I feel like this Megatron is like the conqueror we have always wanted to see. And to be fair, I'm kinda right actually, and I'm gonna explain why. I really do believe that the last Night Megatron is way and far stronger than the first movie Megatron. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Okay, so first we're gonna look at their equipments. So the first movie Megatron is equipped with missiles when he's transforming into a jet. That's a jet, right? We're just gonna call it a jet. He also has some kind of mace that he used in the game. He comes with some kind of weird ion cannon where his hands come together. He gets able to send other Transformers flying like he did with Optimus Prime. And he also has his giant stature. At the later movies he kinda shrinks a little, but in the first movie he was gigantic. Now we're gonna be looking at the Last Night Megatron. The Last Night Megatron has a bit more stuff going for it. He has missiles while being a jet. He has a flamethrower which it's super effective against Transformers. In Dark of the Moon when we got the promotional how to kill a Decepticon advertisement, we saw that one of the main weaknesses is the melting point. So the hotter the flames are, the more effective they're gonna be against the first movie Megatron or any Transformer for that matter. Now he also comes equipped with an ion cannon. His ion cannon was so strong that it caused a giant explosion and knocked out Hound, kinda like what he did with Optimus Prime, in the first movie. This time he's also equipped with a sword. A sword that, while we haven't really seen him use, it was inferred that it was so strong that it could, tear Transformers in half. Not to mention that Megatron's new body was built by Quintessa. The same, Quintessa who created Optimus Prime. And since Megatron's gonna go up against Optimus Prime, Quintessa created a body that's similar to his, but in a way a bit stronger. He has more muscle, he's way stronger, and when Megatron was fighting all the Autobots all by himself, I mean Nitrosus was there but he wasn't really doing much. He almost killed Hound. He managed to resist 1,000 bullets from Hound and he was still able to keep on going. He managed to almost kill Bumblebee if it wasn't for Optimus who jumped and, chopped his hand off. And he managed to overpower Optimus Prime with one hand. One hand. He grabbed his sword, while he was swinging it. He grabbed it without, having his hand cut off. Again. And he managed to, knock Optimus Prime to the ground and even pinned his sword to his neck, about to kill him. And he didn't even lost that fight, to be clear. People say that, oh, Megatron lost that fight. How lame. No, they never finished the fight. All that Optimus did was that when Megatron was monologuing about them being brothers, Optimus took the distraction to basically knock Megatron off and then kick him out the room. The fight would have kept on going if it wasn't for, Optimus doing that. And once he was out of the chamber, he couldn't, go back into it because it was falling at high speeds and it was very difficult to get back in. Also, he had only one hand, so I'm assuming that he cannot transform into a jet without it. But at the same time, he can fly without using his jet form. That's a huge advantage over his first movie counterpart. His first movie counterpart needed to transform, while if Megatron wants to have speed, he transforms into a jet. Megatron wants to have aerial superiority without transforming. He just, you know, flies up with his jetpack. So yeah, Quintessa definitely built Megatron's body to, you know, go against Optimus Prime and be even greater. Also, his flamethrower can be used as a shield. So right off the bat, the Last Night Megatron has so many advantages over the first movie Megatron that's ridiculous in terms of armament. Now, in terms of strength, I already explained the Last Night Megatron, but the first movie Megatron could rip Jazz in half with his bare hands. And, you know, he was able to go against Optimus toe-to-toe and overpower him plenty of times. So I'm gonna give the edge to the first movie Megatron in terms of strength. I will say that because of his size and, you know, feats, he's a little bit stronger than the Last Night Megatron. But if the Last Night Megatron and, you know, first movie Megatron were to go, you know, in a fist fight, I'm guessing that the Last Night Megatron could probably hold his own, just because, you know, we have seen him being able to overpower Optimus, much like the first movie Megatron. So we do know he's pretty strong. Okay, so I won't be judging the personalities or, you know, intelligence, because they're really different. I mean, personality-wise, because the first movie Megatron was basically, oh, come here, I'm gonna tear you in half. What's that, you're shooting me? Oh, too bad. I'm gonna walk up to you and, you know, tear you in half. The Last Night Megatron kinda learned from his mistakes. He's not afraid to retreat when the going gets tough, which gives him an advantage over Optimus Prime, because he now knows when to retreat and when to stay and fight. But I won't be counting that. That's just a little extra I wanted to add there. Now, in terms of resistance, the first movie Megatron was a powerhouse. The bullets from the humans were having no effect. The only time, you know, he was like seriously hurt was when humans called an airstrike. It took plenty of missiles to put him down to the ground for a couple of minutes. And Optimus Prime's bullets, at best, the only thing that they did was inconvenience him for a little bit. And for the Last Night Megatron, we haven't really seen much of him, but he was able to tank a couple of explosives from Kate Jaeger. It's definitely not the same as tanking missiles, but we do know he's pretty resistant. While he was in Stonehenge, he was also able to tank, you know, human tanks, Sir Edmund's, you know, transforming gun. Yeah, he's pretty resistant, and in the last fight, you know, he tanked Hound's 1,000 bullets, and he did lose his hand, so, you know, we do know he's not like so resistant, but he's pretty resistant. But in comparison to Optimus Prime, who has more of this knight look, you can tell that Megatron is more armor. He even has the faceplate to protect his face. So definitely he's way more armored than Optimus Prime, or at least, you know, he's equally as armored. But I'm gonna give him the slight edge, saying that he's a bit more armored and a bit more resistant, because unlike the first movie Megatron or the Dark of the Moon or Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, who, you know, when they got shot, you could see that they still had their injuries and everything. After the final battle, Megatron he didn't look like too damaged. Sure, he had a few, you know, injuries here and there, but he didn't look like he was missing like half his hand, or if he had like holes sticking out his chest or stuff like that. You know what I mean? And the first movie Megatron did take a lot of punishment, but it wasn't really visible until he was, you know, struck with the airstrike. No pun intended. But yeah, guys, between the two of them, they're really close together. They're really, you know, they're really strong. They have really a lot of endurance. And in terms of weaponry, I will give the edge to the Last Night Megatron. In terms of strength, I will give the edge to the first movie Megatron. But in terms of endurance, I will call them equals, because I think they're equals. We haven't seen enough of the Last Night Megatron to really determine that, but from what we have seen, he's extremely resistant, and after all that, he barely had signs of injuries or, you know, scratches on him. So that's why I'm saying the Last Night Megatron is really strong and equal in terms of, you know, the first movie Megatron. Kinda makes you wonder why he didn't just break out the Decepticons all by himself, but Michael Bay writing and Michael Bay logic trumps everything. Now, in a fight, I will say that the Last Night Megatron will win 7 out of 10. Just because he has more weaponry, he has more options, more versatility. And in a fight, sure, strength, endurance, that's, you know, really important, but Megatron has a sword. And sure, the first movie Megatron has a mace, but I feel like the Last Night Megatron can just, you know, fly and camp from above. He has more mobility, he has more speed, he has more weapons, more versatility, and in a fight, you do not want to be predictable. The first movie Megatron was predictable. Like, he will go at you, he will shoot you with his hand cannon, and he will use his mace, and that's it. That's all in his arsenal. Well, the last time Megatron has more options. He can fly and shoot you, he can go, stay in the ground and shoot you, he can use his flamethrower while punching you, he can use his sword and slash you in half. You see what I'm going at here? That's why I'm saying that the last time Megatron might not, beat the first movie Megatron in terms of strength, or maybe endurance if you wanna, debate that. But he's way more dangerous than the first movie Megatron, for sure. Not only does he have more weaponry, slightly more endurance, or as equal endurance, but he's more knowledgeable. He knows when to retreat, he knows when to fight. So that's why I'm saying that the last time Megatron is way more dangerous, and a little bit stronger than the first movie Megatron. But that's just my opinion, guys. Do you guys think that all the evidence I provided is valid? And I definitely do believe the last time Megatron is the strongest version of Megatron we ever had. I mean, he got a new body from the creator of Optimus Prime. The person who knows, all the insights and outs, all the strengths and weaknesses of Optimus Prime. The same person who killed Megatron 2 times. Well, 1 time only, because the first time was Sam, but we're not talking about that. But you get where I'm going at here, right? But anyways, guys, tell me down below, do you guys really believe the last time Megatron is the strongest, or do you believe that the first movie Megatron is superior? Make sure you tell me down below in the comments. And like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next explain video. Bye, guys.